All right, guys, we're 30 seconds away.
30 seconds?
You. Thanks. Dude, thank you so much for doing this again, like friend to friend.
No, yeah. I'm doing it, but we're not friends.
Well, like, we hang out sometimes, right?
Do we?
We did the club circuit for years. We kind of had a thing.
No, yeah, I remember having a thing with people, but you were definitely there, yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, this is huge to have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, we could agree.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to People Talking Sports. I'm joined by good friend Michael Che. Thanks for joining us, man.
Good to see you, Sammy.
We were just talking about this gig you did last night for Team Rubicon, the charity.
That's right, Team Rubicon. We raised $100,000 for Team Rubicon. They're developing houses for hurricane relief in Puerto Rico. And donate if you guys can, but it was a lot of fun. You should have came. It was Gringo Bingo, we called it. We played bingo with white people.
I could have been one of the white people.
Gringo Bingo sounds a little redundant, I would imagine, but yeah, it was fun.
Who was on the show?
Good. It was great. We had Pete Davidson came and Leslie Jones and Dave Attell was there.
Dave Attell?
The great Dave Attell.
I love Dave Attell.
Is he not maybe the quintessential comedian?
He is New York.
He's like a drawing of a comedian.
I did a gig with him once and we're driving back and he's so hard on himself. He was like, I suck at comedy. I'm a hack. I'm terrible. And I was like, we all think you're the best. And he goes, well, I'm better than you guys.
And he is. Yes,
Classic Attell.
By a large margin.
He's so, he's a Jedi.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Did you do like the riff back and forth with him?
Yeah, and his mind is so fast that you kind of just got to let him go. You know what I mean? Like he asks you questions and you wish you had something as funny as he's thinking. You know,
right.
He's the best. How cool is it that we get to just hang around these guys?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I don't get sick of it. You hung with Larry David on Saturday.
That's true. Well, I wouldn't say hung, but yeah, he was at the show and he's fun. Larry, like having Larry around in the office is surreal. You know.
What is that like?
It's surreal. I just said that. What's surreal?
Trying to go more in depth.
No, it's cool because he's Larry. He's always Larry David.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you're watching him and it's when you watch Curb, that's the guy you're meeting. He's just way nicer. You know. So it's kind of dope to watch him in that environment. You know.
So you've been on SNL for, is it 4 years now?
This will be my 4th year, 6th season.
Is it
working there? Yeah.
Is it crazy that you're a New York kid,
mm-hmm.
You're on the screen now at basketball games, like you're sitting courtside, you're on SNL. Is it crazy to be courtside at Knicks games now?
It's crazy to be courtside anywhere, like anywhere. It's just, that's a bizarre thing that I feel like at some point they're gonna be like, wait a minute.
There's been a mistake?
Yeah, we were looking for a different guy, you know, but it's fun. It's the Knicks, come on. You're a Knicks fan. We argue about the Knicks all the time.
We argue a lot.
Yeah.
What's our biggest argument?
That I think white guys don't like Carmelo.
I know. I liked Carmelo. I just wanted to go young. Are you excited about this team?
I'm super excited about KP and Frank and Ennis and yeah, it's a good team. It's young. They hustle. They scrap. They play. They don't quit. They came back from what was like 18 against Indiana.
That was insane.
It was great to watch them actually take the game back over. It was dope.
KP is like a bank shot now.
Yeah, man. He's awesome.
Who else do you like watching other than Knicks right now?
OKC. I like a lot of teams, man. I do like OKC just because I feel like they all have something to play for, you know? Like I love when you can tell that these teams are not taking a night off, you know? And that's what's kind of excited about the Knicks now because it feels like there's very little pressure. They're really just playing together and that's why they're playing so well.
They're moving the ball. It looks like harmonious.
And I'm really intrigued by Cleveland. I really want to see how they get it to, like how they fix it. You know, it's like watching the beginning of Law and Order where you're like, how are you gonna solve this one? You know? Yeah, like LeBron's like iced tea.
We went to a game, I remember.
We went to a Christmas game. That was fun as hell.
That was fun.
That was so much fun. It was against Boston, right?
I think it was against the Wizards. I think John Wall torched us.
I think it was Boston.
No, we went we've gone to 2 Christmas games.
Oh.
You've taken me to 2 Christmas games.
Oh, that was dope.
Yeah.
Remember we went with like Sarah and it was like Dustin Hoffman there. Or something.
Dustin Hoffman was there?
How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
That was weird. We got to talk to Dustin Hoffman.
That was. I didn't say anything to him. I just kind of stood by. I mean, he's too amazing. I love The Graduate, though.
You know he was 67 years old when he did The Graduate. Did you know that? Literally 67 years.
That would make Anne Bancroft like 105.
No, they were like the same age, I think. I think like that's like the fun story about it.
Yeah, no, he was not young. Yeah, Midnight. He's in like the quintessential New York movies because he's in Midnight Cowboy too. Mm-hmm. He's in a lot of.
Last Dragon.
Last Dragon.
Last Dragon. But it would be great if he was.
That'd be nice.
So what are you thinking? What do you like? Who are you liking this year?
I mean, I like the Knicks, but to take it all, I think no one's going to beat the Warriors. It's like Kevin Durant has ruined the league for like 3 years.
But they're not gelling. And isn't that weird? Wouldn't you think that they had all the time to be with each other for what, 2 years now?
Well, it's only been a year.
This will be their second year, though?
I think, I just don't think they can be beaten in 7 games. I don't think anyone takes 4 games from them because Durant is unstoppable. Curry is, I think people get how good Curry is.
San Antonio with Kawhi?
I love San Antonio, but I just don't see it. I love Patty Mills, but it's like, is he your second? I mean, I guess Aldridge is their second best player, but Aldridge to me kind of disappeared a little in the postseason last year. I like his game a lot, but he doesn't seem to be happy to be the second option. I think he has to be the second option on that team.
Well, he's clearly the second option on that team, but now that he's the first option with Kawhi out, I feel like he's playing really hard and maybe they could carry that over. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. I feel like the Knicks are going to win 55 games.
You think so?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be cool?
We've won 4 of our last 5.
I mean, yeah.
And when I say we, I had a big involvement.
Yeah, I know. I saw your jersey in the Raptors. It's great. You know what we should do? We should go watch Billy Joel at MSG.
I would like that.
I love Billy Joel. That's been my bucket list is to go. I told Dan that it's my bucket list to go see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden with all of Long Island. It'd be awesome, man. I love Billy. Like Billy Joel's one of those guys because like so many rappers sampled his melodies that I didn't even know. It's a weird thing. Black guys.
Which rap songs were sampled? Which sampled Billy Joel melodies?
KRS-One did "Still Rock and Roll to Me."
Right. Okay.
He stole that one in The Bridge Is Over.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd love to see George Clinton Parliament.
That would be fun.
I heard they were in Oakland and it was amazing.
They were great in the movie PU or PCU.
I've never seen that movie.
Jeremy Piven movie.
Oh, that's why.
We got more coming up on Panel with Michael Che. Stick around.
I like your sneakers, dude.
Oh, thank you. We're back on People Talking Sports with Michael Che, Anthony DeVito, who's giggling for no reason right now, and the exotic Stavi Baby. So,
tell you what, I burped my paella that I had earlier. Che caught a whiff of it. I thought I got by on it. You know what I mean?
It smelled like garbage can.
It was truck paella. You got it from an automobile.
The only kind.
well, that works perfectly into our first story. It doesn't, but I just thought I'd change the subject quickly. Eric Bledsoe traded.
Yeah.
Finally, well, first off, he tweets in Phoenix, "I don't want to be here," and then claimed he was in a hair salon, which is probably not true. I think he was talking about the team.
Salon?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he said, a hair salon.
Yeah, he said this girl at a salon.
And then he gets, so the team wants nothing to do with him. They trade him, and they got, considering he wanted out, it's a decent return. They got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and Greg Monroe, who's expiring.
Trade him where?
To Milwaukee. So he's playing with the Greek Freak now. Eric Bledsoe and the Greek Freak together. That's an athletic team.
It's great. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for Giannis Bledsoe pick and rolls. It's going to be awesome. And for the Bucks, it's like a great deal. I mean, I know the Suns, for where they were, it's a good deal because they get a first rounder back and Monroe's an expiring, so it's pretty good, you know. But for the Bucks, it's like Monroe was like, he would run their second unit sometimes. He'd play like 10 minutes a game, and if Jabari's coming back, he's doing that anyway.
Yeah.
They don't give up Brogdon. They don't give up any other depth. It's a win
a big
for them.
deal.
Yeah, and they don't need draft picks. They got all their guys.
Shay disagrees, it looks like.
No, I'm just thinking about the hell it would be to have to move from Phoenix to Milwaukee. It's a whole different wardrobe.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's cold. And Phoenix is hot. Yeah. That's what I know about this place. I would imagine that's stressful.
Yeah.
I can
Could
see
you
that.
imagine just, hey, by the way, you got to wear different clothes now?
That is true.
That, Shay, I mean, yeah, that sounds tough. The privileged life that you got going.
I'm saying if you're in the NBA.
Weather-wise, it's a big negative.
Weather-wise,
so,
but how do you know that this guy
You know?
can play in the cold?
They play indoors.
Yeah, but he could be
Controlled
depressed.
environment.
It's different. Like you could have a different attitude in Seattle. Sometimes people
All right,
flourish,
I get that.
and life's different. You know?
I've done
get it.
I've done gigs in Milwaukee and Phoenix, and you feel better in Phoenix.
Yeah,
You
see
do
what I'm
feel
saying?
better.
All right.
Truck paella guy.
Giannis recently came out and said, I want to be in Milwaukee. He said, I wouldn't be the player that I would be if I were anywhere else. He said he doesn't like the flashy cities, and he named Miami and LA. He didn't name New York, so.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if that's a nice compliment. He doesn't like the flashy. So that's like saying, hey, I like my girlfriend. I like pretty girls. She's just fine with me. Old mediocre Betty. That's not nice. It could be like, if he really cares about Milwaukee, he should say, I like Milwaukee. It's a flashy city, and to heck with you if you don't agree.
I like my Betty.
Yeah, I like Betty. She's prettier than all the girls.
He also grew up in Greece, like during the financial crisis. So it's not like, you know that he walked into Milwaukee and is like, what is this, Dubai? This is beautiful.
Wow, the buildings aren't crumbling. Paradise.
That old beautiful metropolis of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Also, too, it's like, I don't know, man, this is more you than it is Milwaukee. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if I moved to Milwaukee, I'd be just as unsuccessful.
Yeah.
There'd be no difference. People didn't laugh at that. They were just like, well, that's very true.
If it's that accurate.
Yeah, it really hit home on that one. You know, guys, I had a special this year.
Milwaukee it's good for a lot. Like Jason Kidd's the head coach. The city, I love Jason Kidd and the Knicks, but it's like you can't be in a city. You got to be Milwaukee, where if you get a DUI, you can sweep it under the rug. You can't do that in New York. Here's a fun story. Steve Kerr says that Greg Popovich would make a great U.S. president.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You like
agree.
that?
Yeah. Pop always seems to know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? It'd be weird because like everyone in the cabinet would be like from Argentina, and there'd be in Italy. There'd be no like actual Americans in Pop's administration. But
He would
I like
draft
it.
an amazing cabinet.
Yeah.
Super like you know,
Underrated senators. People overlook them for years.
very hard-working, dirty work senators. Yeah.
Our military would just be
Real
Bruce
gritty.
Bowen tripping people.
Yeah. I'm more interested in what coaches would make horrible presidents, like Vinny Del Negro, you know what I mean? Just like getting hairspray on official documents, you know what I mean?
I feel like Thibodeau would be kind of temperamental.
Yes.
You don't want him running.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We're having Congress every day.
What's the strangest thing you've ever seen a fan do at a sporting event?
Take their clothes off.
The octopus on the ice at a Red Wings game.
Was it a man or a woman?
That was a bloke.
Probably streaking. Oh, wow. Well, I'm sorry. I was just a little too hot.
He had a really big and he was painted in the colours of his favourite team.
Throwing some poo.
I wonder if he brought it from home or if he created it there.
In England, I saw someone take down their pants and shake their head.
Wow, boy. That's how we end the show every week.
We're back on People Talking Sports. That was Joe Liss, of course. Some more interesting stories we got. Shay's very happy that he came today. A lot of controversy going on in the NFL. Vince Scully has said that he will never watch another football game again due to the protests. Luckily, he's 89, so it's not like there's that many games left.
Right, yeah, he won't nap through any more NFL games.
Vince Scully?
Yeah. He's another guy, another serviceman.
Yeah.
89 years old, Bronx guy.
I know. I mean, it is a generational thing.
Yeah.
That's what sucks about it. It's like the problem. I mean, what can you expect from an 89-year-old dude? There's no woke 89-year-old.
Some energy would be nice. If you can muster up anything, it would be nice.
We're looking at you, Andrea, the CEO.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we hope you're enjoying our last show here. Porzingis, this guy, I love him, I feel like, you know, I'm ready to love again. It's been a while. But he's 7'3", he's unbelievable, and he says that he believes, Tyson Chandler gave him some high praise, and Porzingis said, I believe I could be the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, what's stopping him? What can't he do?
Yeah.
It's great.
Get booked on PTS, apparently.
Yeah.
But the ask is out.
No, I mean, it's true.
Yes.
That's the name of the abbreviated.
I know, yeah. It's like the guy that makes his own nickname. Like, no one calls it that, dude.
Starting today.
For the Puff
PTS.
Daddy of the regional sports networks.
Hey, brother love.
Get booked on PTS. Is that in the email that he keeps deleting?
I would be happy just to have that much contact with him that he personally deletes her.
Spam. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything. I was enjoying it.
He's good. He's
What did
great.
you say again?
No,
Yeah, we're saying that he could be the best in the league.
I mean, look, I love Giannis the most. You know, the Greek freak. He's the best thing Greek basketball has going for us right now, and he's a generational talent. You know, but like,
He's biased, Stavros.
yeah, I went out for the team, didn't make the cut. You know, we're gonna go. They're rolling with Giannis, but he's the only one that I like. Porzingis is the only guy that I think could be better than Giannis. I mean, because he's got everything. You don't get a rim protector who also shoots that much and who just and he's just a scorer. He's not just, you know, it's not just Dirk who was an incredible scorer, but, you know, provided you no defense. And even Giannis, as much as a freakish athlete as he is, KP's a great athlete and he can shoot the ball. I mean, he had a 40.5 block game. I mean, how many people in the history of the league have done that? He's crazy. He's so good, and if you put the right piece around him, and I think Frank is a great piece to have around him.
I love it.
Like a young, tall, defending point guard, and it's just things are starting to go in the right way for the Knicks, and it's exciting, and you know, people should be scared of Porzingis, man. It's like he's got it all. He's got every.
This is
tool.
like you're saying everything I want to hear right now.
I know. I'm just trying to get hired next season. Right now, you know, that's it.
I'll be gone.
Yeah. I'm gunning for DeVito's job.
You know, you can count on that. Yeah, and once Michael Beasley comes back, off to the races.
I'm joined by one of the great scorers of all time, Bernard King. Thanks so much for joining me, man.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
I was just reading some of your book, and there's so much interesting stuff in there to me. Like, to me, the player and coach dynamic, you talk about Hubie Brown. I don't know Hubie Brown like that. You have a different relationship as a coach than I do as a viewer on TNT. Like, to me, he just seems like a sweet old man. But then I see, when he's talking to you, I was like, Jesus, these are intense moments you have with him.
Well, you know, it's my basketball journey. It's not only a basketball journey, it's a journey of my life. And this is the book, folks, right here, Game Face.
You don't waste any time. We were going to get to that.
But hey, we take it from right off the bat. So, you know, you're talking about Hubie. Hubie was a great coach to play for. But when I joined the Knicks, he was a very intense coach throughout all of his career. And he just had a way of speaking to players that I felt was disrespectful.
And you wouldn't stand for it.
Well, I respected him. And I didn't think it was necessary to speak to me in that way. I was ready every game. I was highly self-motivated. I wanted to be great. I wanted to perform well here in New York City. And I just had to take him aside and have a frank discussion with him about how he should speak to me properly and respectfully as I would respect him. And we saw eye to eye, and we got along quite well after that.
You know what's really interesting to me is to be a great coach, you can't just be a great X's and O's guy. You have to be really great at dealing with players. I mean, it's two totally different things to have like people skills, but also be this great mind. And it's almost like being like a mathematician and then also a therapist at sometimes. It's two totally different things. So when you see like the coaches you played for, did you have a special connection with it? Was there anyone in particular that you really connected to as a coach?
I would say number one was Al Attles. Al Attles coached me when I was with the Golden State Warriors. And he was a former player, he won a championship, and he understood what it took to play the game at a very high level. And so he communicated very well with his players, and consequently the players, they were willing to do anything for him. Hubie Brown was a great coach. You know, unfortunately, his communication skills were lacking, and I think that I helped to develop him in that area.
That's interesting. If coaches are open-minded, if you could learn from the players too, you know?
Absolutely.
I'm learning from you on how to dress on this show. But
Hey, listen, I forgot my warm-up outfit. I should have worn my Nick warm-up outfit today with you.
So you played in this amazing era of, you know, it's a little before my time, so I have to watch a game on like hardwood classics and stuff like that. But that era to me is so great. Like the 80s and 90s, there's something so, and I love the game still, obviously, but there's something so gritty about the 80s. I think of like the Bird. You were in a tough conference with Bird and Isaiah.
You had Bird, you had, think in my position, Isaiah, of course. You know, I'll tell you a funny story. My rookie year, when I began with the New Jersey Nets, second game in, first game, scored 13 points. That's an off night for me, by the way.
Yeah.
13 points. Okay.
I know. I saw your
And you're nervous. You're beginning your career. And the next night, we're facing the vaunted Dr. J. 20 years old, and I'm facing Dr. J. Now, between the lines, I don't care who you are. I don't respect you between the lines. But this is Dr. J. So I go out, I drop 42 at 20 years old against the standard, my standard. I get dressed, I feel good, I put on my pinstripe suit, take the shower, walk out the locker room, I look down the hall. Wow, she looks good. Gorgeous woman. I'm thinking I'm confident, let me go meet her. So I walk down the hall and I said, may I have the pleasure of introducing myself to you? My name is Bernard King. You know what she said?
What would she say?
Get out of here, Bernard, I'm Doc's wife.
Wow.
I said, oh no, and I scurried away before Doc came out.
But then at the end of the night, you gave yourself one of these.
No, I didn't pat myself on the back for that one.
But you dropped 42.
No. Yeah, for 42, yeah, but not for talking to Doc's wife.
That's pretty wild. Does he know this story?
I hope not. And if he does, he may know it by now.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us, Bernard. It was great talking to you. And
Enjoyed
the
talking
book,
to you as well.
Game Face, is available.
Go out and get it, please.
Get
You'll
it.
enjoy it. Takes you on a journey. It's rhythmic. It's artistic. You'll love it.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me.